Megan, quick question. How much wine do you think someone has to drink before they consider themselves a wine expert?
Based on this podcast, about 2 glasses. That's when everyone becomes a wine expert.
That's fair. But if you're buying wine online, you should know about WTSO. Wine Still Sold Out. They're celebrating 20 years this year.
20 years. That's longer than my marriage.
It's way longer than your marriage, actually. Exactly. Their whole thing is flash deals. One wine at a time at seriously good prices.
Okay, so when the wine sells out, that's it.
That's it. It's literally in the name, Wine Still Sold Out. And we're talking bottles from classic wine regions all over the world.
All right. I like the confidence.
They even back it up with a 100% customer satisfaction guarantee. Plus, they run free shipping events and deals all the time.
Free shipping on wine is dangerous information.
Yes, it is. Check them out at WTSO.com and help them celebrate 20 years of wine deals. Hello. Welcome to Kill the Bottle Podcast. It is more, a.k.a. the Yum Yum Foodie. And as always, my lovely co-host, Megan. Hey, Megan Elizabeth, how are you?
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm good enough. I gave you a little vocal fry there, just the extended Megan intro. It is called, I say good enough, I'll tell you more later. It is called Kill the Bottle Podcast. And, I am having a special bottle here. This is from our partners at WTSO. This is a Barolo, 2021 Barolo by a producer called Paruso. And Barolo, a.k.a. the king of Italian wine. Traditionally, it is made with the Nebbiolo grape. So if you ever see a Barolo, you don't have to think to yourself, is it Cabernet? Is it this? Is it that? Barolo is made with Nebbiolo. It's known as the king of Italian wine because some of the greatest wines in the world happen to be from Barolo, which is in the region of Italy called Piemonte. And sometimes you'll see like Nebbiolo Langhe written on a bottle. And that's essentially, it's going to be very similar to Barolo because it is Nebbiolo. And Langhe happens to be that region where Barolo is also from, except think of Langhe as like, I don't know, my face, and then Barolo being that little beauty mark on my cheek, right? So it's within that region of Langhe, but a micro region and very specific climate and grape and rules. This bottle retails for about $75, and on WTSO it is $20. So killer deal. And this is a 2021, and kind of thing about Barolo is they tend to be better the way they age a little bit longer. So 2021, I would think normally is a little bit young for a Barolo wine. Barolo, my like rule of thumb is 8 years. So 8 years after the number on the bottle would be like the prime starting to drink it. But this one is drinking like really well, a little bit younger. So it goes to show sometimes things you didn't know. So thank you for that. Anyway, Megan, how are you? Before we get into my world of shit. How are you?
I'm stressed out.
Yeah?
I do it to myself because I do everything. Like I can't just stop. I just like keep going. Like I'm trying to find a new job. I had to rush from, directing one play to a job interview across town, and they wouldn't change the time. And then I had to rush back for a rehearsal for the play I'm in. And it's just one thing after the other. I'm tired.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
That sounds about right.
It's LA.
That sounds about right. Here's the funny part. I can't remember if I know I said I was going to Miami on the, but we haven't recorded since I got back from Miami, right? Or am I crazy?
Because last time we recorded, you said you were going tomorrow.
I was going. Yeah, sorry. Things kind of blend in. I have a lot of shit going on. So I just got back from Miami, saw my dad. I got to see Lionel Messi score a goal, which for somebody who doesn't even give a shit about soccer, it was cool. I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of fun to see, like arguably the greatest player of all time score a goal like right in front of you. And I got to see my Marlins lose. This is like really my Inter Miami lost, the Marlins lost. I had a lot of wine, and I got to spend a bunch of time with my dad, which was just like so special. I got my dad to sing with me. I got my dad to play drums with me. By drums meaning his like just his drum pad, because he can't really get behind a drum kit anymore. But he was sitting there playing, and it was really special. Even though we already had to hospitalize my dad again yesterday. So look at that. It's the getting old is the gift that keeps on giving, guys. It's just exceptional. But anyway, I
Did the
kid.
drums sound like this? You're welcome.
Minus
Or
the
this.
snare, but yeah. Yeah, look at you, Megan. But yeah, no, my dad had to go to the hospital yesterday, but he is back home. Quick turnaround. Look at that from the folks over there at the VA in South Florida. But let's just say I am beyond appreciative for any minute that I get to spend with him. So even getting to talk to him today, he still recognized me. I hope. We'll see. But it's interesting how this disease works, how how the memories are conjured. So my dad, he can't communicate really well, but then I started asking him about his favorite musicians, Megan, and he could like rattle them off. And I was like, build your favorite jazz band. And he went down with the singer, the trumpet player, and he built it all out. And then I started singing with him, and he started singing back with me. It was like but again, this is how this disease, guys, will give you these glimmers of hope, and you just can't you got to take it with a grain of salt and just kind of embrace the moment and cheers along with it. And that's it. But anyway, sorry about that. That's how my week's been. It's been great. It's been really festive. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm experiencing.
How was opening?
Yeah, the play is fine. I had kind of a meltdown on Thursday, and not in front of anybody, of course, but I went to this rehearsal, and this is like a theater company, and it feels like everyone knows each other, and there's like really professional actors. I didn't realize like how professional. I mean, the guy who's playing my husband's been like in acting for 40 years, and he's in all these things and shows and movies, and he plays really scary characters, but in this he's very nice. But anyways, like Thursday, I just felt out of place. I kept stumbling on my lines. It was our last rehearsal. I have my lines memorized, but there's some things that like he has to say for me to respond to. And
it's called the cue. Yeah,
right,
he's got to give you your cue.
He says like, was it all just a hallucination? And my next line is, yes, that's all it ever was. Let me take control. So, during the rehearsal, he didn't say that line. And this is just a little example. And that happens. But there was like a little awkward pause because I was like trying to skip through whatever my next line was so I could keep it going. And I was like, let me take control and help you. And, I think, and I'm not taking it personally, it's just because I'm the newbie, the director's note was, you need to get your lines down. Like there's awkward pauses. You need to learn to, fill in the awkward pauses. And I was like, it wasn't me.
Hey, there's
and
pauses
I wasn't
in
blaming
life,
anyone.
baby.
I know. But so that happened. So I'm feeling kind of down on myself. I just feel like I'm blamed because I'm the newbie. And then at one point, I went out back in the alley. I mean, this is right by my house. This is my neighborhood. I went back in the alley and I had a cigarette during the break time. And a guy after comes up to me, and he's the one that like recruited me for this. And he asked me, hey, how are you doing? And I thought he was genuinely asking me like how I was doing because I was honest. I was like, I'm really nervous. Like, thank you so much for this. I feel like I'm not like up to par with everybody, but I'm trying really hard and I'm really scared. Like I just got vulnerable. And he was like, yeah, okay. So we have an agreement with the people in the back that you can't smoke back there. And I was like,
he's like, yeah, that was just a formality that I was throwing at you. I don't really give a shit.
I didn't really care.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, at this point, I'll settle for the formality. We talked about it last week. People just calling and asking for shit. I'm like, at least pretend like you give a shit.
Yeah.
Like,
so
say,
that
hey,
was,
how are you?
This guy's you should be your favorite. And then after that, towards the end, everyone's getting short with each other. And one of the tech guys is like, Keith, stand over here on this side. Tim, you stand over here. Katie, go over here. And he's like, I don't know your name, but you go over there to me. And I'm like, okay. And I walk over, and then the runner of the whole thing at the very end is like, okay, come in, everybody come in. And we have a huge wardrobe issue, like quick change with one of our characters. So I was whispering to Roberto, and I was like, hey, what if you put your costume right over here? I whispered, and she was like, okay, everybody, Megan. And I was, oh, now we know my name? Like, I felt like a child, like being told to shut up. And I was like, and it was just like bam, bam, bam. And I went home that night just depressed and was like, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can do this. And then my scene partner, Keith, the actor, we got together on a Zoom, did some lines on Friday, and he said some things that made me feel like a lot better. I made him laugh about what happened. And he then gave me notes that I needed to hear, because the notes have been so like, we had 4 rehearsals, that's it. And we're doing shows. And so the notes have just been on and like blah, blah, blah. And I don't know what to do. I had an idea of what to do, and now I'm completely baffled. And he told me exactly what I wanted to hear and needed to hear of what to do with this character. And it went off great yesterday. Little minor
Isn't
things,
that
but it was
funny?
good. Yeah.
But it really
and I
is.
was shaking, nervous.
You don't know what's going to trigger the light bulb to go off, and then it just does, and you get it, and you're like, oh, that's what I've been missing, or that's the, I don't know, the cog that was missing from this little machine to make it run exactly the way it was supposed to run.
Yeah,
and I think that's the beauty of the experience, is when you get it.
But when you have someone that's good at communicating and good at it too, it makes it a lot better. And I needed that little hump, like push from him, because this character is supposed to be like gaslighting her husband, and I saw her starting very sweet and kind and loving, and just slowly turning into evil. And the director was telling me, don't touch it, don't be lovey, and then be lovey, be nice, but don't be lovey. And it was blowing my mind. I was like, I don't know what to do.
Well,
and so
Megan,
Keith was like,
just asking you to be yourself, bipolar.
I know,
so it really just
up and down, up and down. But yeah, I like the growth of turning into getting annoyed with him to complete evil at the end, and that's what I wanted to do originally. So I just stuck with it, and I'm just doing it. It's fun. Let's just have fun. For
clarification purposes, Megan is not bipolar, at least not clinically, but she's not bipolar. That's just throwing it out there for her.
I might be. I don't know. It is
Happy Mother's Day.
I posted my picture
today. Happy Mother's Day like Mother's Day is not even really, I don't know. I gotta imagine you must love Mother's Day because you don't have kids. And It's so like today's the day, like go to the grocery store, go to Costco, and it'll be empty, and get your shit done while dumb fucks are out there at brunch. So happy Mother's Day, Megan.
Yeah, I used to try to go get solo reservations, and then I just realized, why am I doing this? There's nothing but kids and families all around. This is gross. I did like a Brazilian steakhouse on a Mother's Day because they had a brunch, and it was like the worst day ever. And they didn't even have the full menu. And I was like, I'm never doing this again. Nope.
Oh man, I had a dish this week. I went to dinner at this place called Pearl here in Pasadena, French bistro, and they had like a new temporary dish on the menu, like a special, and it was a veal carpaccio.
Ooh.
And I have never had a veal carpaccio, and it had this like beautiful like tart sauce. Then it had capers, and then the one that did it for me was it had sliced caper berries on top. So the little capers, and then the big almost like grape sized caper berries, but sliced thin like pepperoni slices on top.
Oh, whoa!
And it was a mind fuck. It was so freaking good. I thought it was gonna be good, but it was like exponentially better than that. So yeah, just throwing it out there. If you see a veal carpaccio in here, give it a go. If you're open to eating carpaccio, okay, let's be fair. If you're open to eating that and you see it, it was so good, Megan. I was looking, I was like, oh well, yeah, let's give it a go. Something new. I've pretty much had everything else on this menu, and yeah, it was awesome.
It's been hard to find veal in stores, but Bristol Farms has veal. pretty much
Your new Bristol
regularly.
Farms has veal?
Yes, it does. It has
Yeah.
it has some black truffle butter that's like, really expensive, but I know. I know. I
Did,
made truffle butter burgers, sirloin.
what?
I know. It was so good.
Ah.
I
I
know.
I did treat myself this morning. There's a place by my house that I'm so mad at myself for not having discovered it sooner. It's right down the street from me. Like next time you come over and it's like daytime because I think they close at like 3. It's called BBAD. It stands for Breakfast Burritos All Day, and it is. I'm a connoisseur of breakfast burritos. Like I love them. This is the best one I've ever had in my life, and I've had
Oh,
3 different ones on their menu, and they're all, of course, very different from one another, and they're all the best version of that I've ever had.
what's in it?
So they have a standard breakfast burrito, which is bacon, eggs, cheese, and then potatoes if you want. Or they also make it without potatoes. The bacon is like almost like tiny chopped, as if it was like shallots chopped in something. So it's like chop, 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 chop the little bacon that's in a sauce, and then the eggs are like perfectly fluffy. And I think that it's also perfectly wrapped within the tortilla. So what I mean, like when you cut the tortilla in half, it has the egg perfectly around attached to the tortilla. And then in kind of like a tree where you're looking at the rings on a tree when it's cut.
Mm-hmm.
And then the ring in the middle is the bacon. And then the ring in that is the cheese around that. And it's like perfect. I don't know it's just so freaking good. And then the other one I had is the green chili verde. And that one has slow roasted pork, it's just spectacular. Eggs, cheese, and potato. But the pork, here's where they get you, these motherfuckers. And it's the same thing too, where it's like the egg is perfectly wrapped around the tortilla, then the cheese, then the filling. But in that pork, they have chunks of chicharrón, which is like crunchy pork skin mixed in.
That's what I like.
Fuck my life, Megan. It's a $17 breakfast burrito, and it's one of those where I just treat myself maybe like once a month because, since I discovered it like 4 months ago, I've been going once a month, and I'm like, all right, because it could get pricey. Like $17 for a breakfast burrito is a lot.
It is,
But it's
but
still
that
worth
seems
it.
to be the freaking price here. I was just thinking, like, I used to go to Red Lobster and spoil myself and get a lobster for $32 back in the day. And I used to think, like, Jesus Christ. And now I spend that no matter where I go. At fucking McDonald's, I could spend $32 now. Everything's so expensive. But we had a burrito place, and I'm spoiled because I will never find another burrito place like this. I will never find these breakfast. Do you hear that? Hollywood
What was it?
sirens. Here we go.
Oh, it sounded like a cat meowing. I was like, what is that in the background?
All the time. It's 2 names for it. It was originally called Big City Burrito, and then it changed to Renegade Burrito, and the Big City in Greeley shut down. Shocking. But it was the perfect fluffy eggs. It was the perfect amount of everything. The tortillas, they had different flavors of tortillas, and then they had this strawberry habanero sauce that they made in house. And
Nice.
I still will search for burritos out in the city, and I can't find it. And then of course there was the other ones in Colorado, if you know them, and I'm sure around the United States there's some, but like the drug cover up Mexican places that are 24 hours.
Cash only?
Tacos Rapidos is what it was called.
Oh.
And they were the perfect drunk. They're like huge, and the key is the potatoes are like French fries in there, and they're greasy and giant, and they're called California burritos, I believe, when they put French fries in burritos, but we didn't call it that. It was a bacon, egg, cheese, potato burrito. Like you just knew it, you wanted it, and it was so good. I can't find it.
It's like B bad, breakfast, whatever, BBAD. It's not greasy at all, which I actually kind of really like.
Not when I'm drunk. I want that greasy. I want to wake up with regrets.
The flavor is so good. I'm dying for you to try this. And I was eating this earlier. I was like, oh my God, I can't wait to tell Megan about it.
Are they open all day?
I think they close at like 3. So they're open for the most part all day. But it like quite literally the best. And then the first time I went, which, like a few months ago, I walked in and, it's in like the counter. It's like a weird little counter next to a weed shop. And adjacent to the lobby of the Pasadena Hotel, which is this like vintage turn of the century looking hotel with a rooftop pool. It's really pretty, but I guess if you're staying at the hotel, you can like walk right outside the door and go into this place. And it was a bunch of people who had traveled from West LA all the way to Pasadena to eat this fucking breakfast burrito. And I was like, oh, I guess this is probably good, or maybe not.
Yeah.
Maybe it's douchey and these dickheads drove all the way over here. And no, it is good. It is bomb.com.
I want that pork one. I'm obsessed with pork
so
like that.
fucking good. You'll thank me. When you try it, you're going to be like, oh, shit, Eddie. Megan, do you want to shoot at my house? Yeah, I'll be there. Hold on. I got to go get the breakfast burrito on the way. Instead of showing up with like, what did you show up here with one time? Oh, my God. What was that?
The
that
cup of noodles. The cup of noodles from Del Taco.
Fucking Del Taco cup of noodles.
We're on a food show, and I show up with Del Taco ramen.
Delicious,
salty
ramen.
Curious. I was curious, and that was greasy. You want to talk about grease? Oh, God, you could see the layer of it on the top. I don't think they do it anymore. I think it's been taken down from the Del Taco. Not like I know, because I don't even look at the Del Taco menu.
Good. So, Megan, you kind of breezed over this earlier that you were, you went to another job interview. And I found out because Megan and I were on the phone. Let me give you preface this. Megan and I were on the phone, and she's like, oh, she was interviewing for some jobs. And I was like, oh, great. Put me down as a reference if you need to. And what did you respond with?
Oh, I already did. I wasn't going to tell you.
Right. So I really think we should rehearse this phone call just to make sure that I answer appropriately on your behalf when I do get called.
I didn't think about
as the reference.
Sure.
So please, can we do a practice phone call?
Ring.
Hello.
Hi, is this Eddie Zamora? Am I allowed to use your last name?
¿Quién? Hello. Who is this?
Is this Eddie? Hi, is this Eddie?
Yes, this is Eddie. Sorry, I pretend a lot of times when I get a cold call, I pretend to not speak English.
Which is why I should have told you.
And I talk like an old Cuban lady. I go, ¿Qué tú dices? And then I start yelling across the house for somebody else to answer the phone. Anyway, so got it. Okay.
Good. Yes, so you can't do that. So that's the no. Don't do that.
Okay.
This is Hannah from Trinity Middle School. And we are calling because we have an applicant here that put you down as a reference. Her name is Megan. Do you know Megan?
I sure do. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think about her? Is she a hard worker, or does she answer the phone when she needs to? Does she get things done for you, or?
So I've yeah, sort of.
Wait,
what kind of answering the phone? What kind of answering of the phone are you
like if you need something and like you call? Is she pretty good about being
within a week window? Yeah, I'll hear back.
Sorry,
did you
say a week?
No, so sorry, I didn't say a week. I meant within a day. I'll hear from her. Yeah,
interesting.
Within a day.
If you were to hire her, I mean, it says here that it doesn't say what you do here, but if you were to hire her for something for what you do, because she didn't list what you do, what would you?
Well, so you said Trinity. Trinity what?
Did you hesitate again? Yeah, middle school. Yeah, Trinity Middle School.
So she would be around children.
Yeah, I mean middle school.
I don't have any children though.
Oh, but that really wasn't that wasn't the question. Would you? Again, we're not sure what you do because she didn't write it down. But if you had to hire her for something, would you? But what do you do? What do you do, Mr. Zamora?
I'm a Renaissance man, miss. That's what I am.
So like at festivals, you go to Renaissance festivals and you like
I do. I dress up like a wizard. I dress up
Oh,
like a wizard. I
an interesting
usually
reference
really,
she put.
hmm yep. And I really like to just go and look for the people from Love on the Spectrum when I go to every Renaissance fair. That's really my goal.
So you look
So,
for people on the spectrum?
yeah. I mean, that's how I know Megan.
Yeah. Um, Thank you so much for your
Yeah.
time.
Are people allowed to smoke at Trinity Middle School?
N-
Are they?
no, that's not really, no tobacco is allowed on campus. It's a tobacco-free zone.
How,
Why are you
how far
asking?
off campus do you have to be able to
Well,
smoke?
sir, we don't have smokers here. These are children and adults that children look up to. We wouldn't want that bad influence, to
Have you been
sway them.
around children yourself? Have you been around children yourself?
Yes, sir, I work here. Uh-huh.
And you don't smoke daily,
Oh, no,
every
no,
15 to 20
no.
minutes.
It's very unhealthy for you. I do guzzle down, 3 bags of hot Cheetos in the morning, and I and I drink a
Oh,
whole lot of caffeine. But that smoking, no, that is really bad for you.
wow. Hot
Yeah.
Cheetos. So are
Mhm.
you a torta?
I'm sorry. What? What?
A
A what?
torta.
Uh, uh,
You don't have an accent. Are you a torta?
no, no. What is a
Do
torture?
do you drive a Nissan Sentra
K S.
with one door that's like a different color than the rest of the car?
Oh, no, no, sir. I have a Lexus in the
Uh-huh.
family.
Wow. Do you have a son named Aiden?
Oh my gosh. Wow. Yes, I do. That
Huh.
was pretty
Got it.
impressive.
Close.
Was that one
And
of your Renaissance fair trips that you do?
is is dad still in the picture?
This is slowly becoming about me, and this was
Oh,
supposed to
I'm
be
so
about
sorry.
Megan. But I think we got our answer. We really appreciate your time. Nothing further. Do not say anything further. When there's nothing you need to say anymore, we got it. I think. I hope you have a pleasant day.
You 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 too.
Yeah. Thanks.
How'd
Goodbye.
I do? How'd I do?
I'm taking you off. Do you smoke at this middle school? No reason. Just wondering how far off campus.
How close were her classroom be to a point off campus where smoking can happen?
Well, this isn't a teaching job, but yeah, it's a different,
Fair. Okay.
different
Got
type of job at this school. But maybe you're right. Maybe I should look elsewhere.
it.
You convinced me in my reference call. You convinced
I
them
mean,
and me.
just the name Trinity. That's enough right
Yeah,
there. Even the
that just
fictitious
came
name Trinity. I know.
that just came
Right?
to mind. I think that was a hospital in my play. Actually, that's why it's in my head.
Oh, you remembered those lines. That's great. It's good.
Yeah, that's all that's necessary.
It is. No, I think look, so all kidding aside, I'm grateful that you put me down as a reference because I do have wonderful things to say about you. And I think they should reach out to me if you're a potential hire because I'm I'm the fucking best reference. I've gotten people hired. I've gotten people I've helped
Good.
get people hired. I've helped get people get their apartments when they need a reference. I've helped jobless people get apartments. It's great. It's a gift.
Amazing.
The gift
Good,
of gab
great.
and bullshitting of people interviewing is,
I
you
was
know,
like, he's my friend, but I mean, we're professional workers. I don't know. I don't know if you should
we are.
mention like podcasts. Just maybe I produce podcasts. That would be. Don't say I'm on it. If they ask, I don't know what they ask in these anymore. I don't know what they legally can ask anymore.
Well, Megan and I have worked together. She's helped produce media
Yeah,
that I'm part of.
that's great. There
Look,
you go.
you see how
And
I
they're
do this?
really into their social media as these schools these days. So that might be a thing for them because they always they have volunteer things at the beginning of the year, like not volunteer, like they have positions that you can earn extra money on that they always post. And there's always a social media manager job, but I try to steer clear. I try to keep it separate. You know what I'm saying? I
You
don't want my feed
should.
turning into middle school stuff and then middle schoolers finding me. That's not my goal. But I was looking
No,
at my
that's not fun.
percentages of people who follow me online, and like
Uh-huh.
I'm pretty good. Like most of them are 35 to 44-year-old women, which I love. And then men are there, but not as much as women, which I'm shocked by. And then I only have like 1% 13 to 19. So that it makes me feel a little better because I'm always scared that kids are going to be dicks.
I'm grateful that Instagram did their follower purge. Like I looked down, and because I think they I don't know if they eliminated, bear with me because I didn't take like a deep dive into it, but I'm assuming they eliminated like inactive accounts and, like, as they call them, dead accounts. I've had a fucking Instagram page for 15 years or whatever, and it's great because I'd rather just have, people that are active following me as opposed to, and in a day when you get a bunch of people, I don't pay attention to who follows me unless it's like somebody famous that I'd recognize right away, or a friend of mine that I see their name pop up. But other than that, I really don't pay attention. So I think I had like 5,000 or 6,000 people gone. And
wow.
I mean, but I had 170,000 followers. So in a span of that amount of time, they're, I'm sure some of the people that follow me have croaked. I'm sure some of the people that have followed me are like, dumb like prostitute pages or whatever those like phony phishing pages are. So
I always like when it says like you gained 460 followers today, and then it says you lost 630, and I'm like, what was it? What did I do to those?
Welcome to my world.
What did I do? I want to know what triggered it and why. I got a bunch of shit because I posted a video about ugly people having kids, but I really was being self-degrading because I was like, I don't have kids, and it kind of is a joke about me being ugly or thinking maybe I'm ugly. And people went off on me. They're just like, you're no prize. And I was like, yeah, I know, I think that's what I said. Like, I'm already putting myself down. Like, I'm glad you got the joke, sweetheart. And someone did call me sweetheart. She's like, I don't understand why you'd say something like that, sweetheart. And I was like, I don't understand why you call me sweetheart, weirdo.
Yeah, I haven't had anybody come at me lately on social. What is that?
It's the
I'm
best.
too nice or something. Yeah, I haven't had
I
enough
like
people just
drunk
come at me.
responding because then like the next day I'll go through and like look what I wrote and I'm laughing at myself. I'm like, I'm such an asshole.
So, I was going to ask you, because we're both Love on the Spectrum fans. Do you have a favorite cast member of Love on the Spectrum?
Of the new season or overall?
Of the new season, yeah. Well, some of the people of the new season are from previous seasons, so
yeah, they are. But my favorite, because I don't think anybody compares to what's his name, the guy that's always super happy and like, yeah, and blah blah blah.
The guy that works at the hotel.
Person. I think so. He's my favorite person.
Hello, Jack Black. I love when he met Jack Black. It was the most precious thing ever.
Him.
I love Dylan from this season. He is like so sweet, huh? He's the guy who says per se. Yes,
in Los Angeles. He lives in Los Angeles.
The one in Los Angeles.
He shares a bedroom with his mom.
He shares a bedroom with his mom, and it's like he has like the sweetest mom.
Mm-hmm.
And I just saw a video of him meeting Adam Sandler, and Sandler was so nice to him, and it was I don't know, it was so cute. And then
he is the best. The date was so cute, and he was like, every time he did something with her, he would be like, "Can we hold hands?" And then they hold hands, and he'd be like, "Interesting, nice."
And he was like, "That's my lady."
Yeah,
I love him. I love him so much. He's wonderful. I'm dying to run into him. The one thing I am kind of annoyed with it's not a fault of the people that are in Love on the Spectrum, but brands are really trying to capitalize on the folks from this current season of Love on the Spectrum. And I hope that the talent, or that the personalities on the show are getting paid for this, because they have a ton of viewership. They're so hot right now as far as people wanting to find out about their lives. You have the couple that's engaged, and then the fiance is releasing a song, a country song, and like they have so many beautiful positive things that are happening for them. And then Connor is also doing really well. But I'm watching, and Connor, who is the kid who we find out he's part British because he goes to England on this last season. Guinness is sending him stuff, and he's wearing a Guinness jacket, and he's doing this lovely video. And then this kid Dylan, who I was just talking about, Crocs sends him some like SpongeBob SquarePants Crocs that are like his favorite that he's been wanting. And it's beautiful that they're getting those things, but I'm sorry, they need to be getting paid for this. I don't care what people's thoughts are. It is very challenging for a family to care for and help somebody who is challenged like that and could potentially have more challenges in life, these guys, they should all be getting paid. They should, if they're not, again, I'm talking out of my ass. I don't know, because I just didn't see like hashtag ad. I didn't see like business partnership. I just see them getting all these packages sent in by brands and them being so grateful for it. And again, that's great. But nugget of advice, the only reason they're sending you this is because they think they can make money. So there's nothing wrong with these cast members getting some money for their future, because we don't know what happens with that show, right? So anyway, sorry, I just got super fucking annoyed because I see them get so excited and I'm like, shit, those Crocs are kind of cool. Am I just getting sucked in to the marketing of Love on the Spectrum, and I want these like SpongeBob SquarePants Crocs? Which no, I don't want them. But for a moment, he was so in love with these Crocs, and I was like, man, maybe I should have a pair of Crocs.
Right. Thinking about it. Well, I have to go get ready. Oh no!
Real quick, do you own any Crocs? What is the asking a lady here? What is the most uneffable item of clothing that a guy could have that you're just like, oof, that's hideous?
I don't like the tight shorts that straight men are wearing that like hug their legs.
Like tight, but are they like dress shorts or are they like sweat shorts?
They're just like shorts, and they like are above the knee. They're like
shorts,
what was it called?
They go past the knee or above the knee?
Above the knee, and they're very tight. No, they're just, and they look like denim. They look like very. I don't like it. It doesn't look good on everybody. I'm sure I can think of more after I get off of here. This. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm gonna. We'll leave you on that. I mean, I think for me, and I'm just saying it just so we have a counter response here. Birkenstocks. Birkenstocks are just like you could be barefoot and your feet be like dirty from walking on the street, and they don't look as disgusting as feet look to me in a pair of Birkenstocks. They just look like they smell like sweat and vinegar.
Birkenstocks and socks and like calf high socks. Gross. Gross.
So on that note, Megan, I'm going to go and try to spend the day and not cry about my dad today. So I'm going to work on that, guys. Not really. Yeah. If I got to cry, I got to let it out. But
I got to go do a play. I got to go do a play at 2. If you're in LA, it's free. It's at the Theater of Note, and it's next weekend as well, because this is coming out today, May 10th. So the next weekend, the following weekend, 2:00. If anyone wants to go through that.
Yeah. So to all the non-mothers out there, happy Mother's Day. And to all the mothers out there who are actually happy about being a mother, stop lying if you aren't. Happy Mother's Day to you as well. So please like, rate, review, subscribe, and we'll see you real soon here on Kill the Bottle Podcast.
Oh, wow. Goodbye.